Welcome back to another Front Porch Friday, y'all. Today's a little different. I know you done seen the title, so you know what it's about. So let me just open by saying, if you're easily offended, do not watch this video. If you do not like talking or hearing about religion or Christianity or Jesus Christ, do not watch this video. Because I promise you, you'll probably get offended before it's over with. So you've been warned, fair and square. Now, if you want to follow a channel that has some good teachings on it, I would highly recommend Ridgelife. And I'll try remember and leave the link to his channel below. I enjoy his channel. I enjoy his teachings. And he has other videos besides just Christian teachings and stuff. He kind of lives, well, he does live out in the country. So I enjoy his channel a great deal. So let's get on with it. There's some things that Christians say that just grind my gears. And yes, I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Believe everything in the Bible. So I do not think I don't talk about it a lot on my channel because I do not believe I'm a good example of what a Christian should be. One of my pet peeves are people who say, "Oh, so and so, he's such a good Christian. He's a fine example of what a Christian should be." Okay, there's only one example of what a Christian should be, and that's Jesus Christ himself. When you start looking towards men and people, whether couples or not, I hear it, "Oh, that couple, they're so good. They're fine Christians." We all sin, fall short of the glory of God. We deserve death. So that's not a good example to follow. One example, Jesus Christ. When non-believers, or some people, well, he's a Christian and he screwed me over. Well, that's your own fault for believing that you were going to get dealt right by another human. Okay? Once again, we're not supposed to be looking at other humans as a example of how to live our lives. We're supposed to be looking at Jesus and how he lived his life. That's our example. Not Joe Blow, he's a pastor, man, we need to follow him because he is so good. Wrong again. So, that's just, that's something grinds my gear. I hear people, he's a Christian and I seen him at the bar last night or something like that. Or drinking a beer at the restaurant. Let me let you in on a little secret. I drink beer sometimes. No, I'm not one that needs beer all the time, but if I'm eating Mexican food or spicy food, steak, I love a good cold beer with steak. So, yeah, I have a beer on them all. Is it a sin? I don't think so. It's when I start abusing it, it becomes a sin. If I start getting drunk, when it starts altering my mind, then it's a sin. So, anyway, sorry, squirrel. So, let's get started. Probably the one that really grinds in my gears the most. God will not give you more than you can handle. That's the Bible says God will not give you more than you can handle. Wrong. Show me in the Bible where it says that. A lot of people try to say it's 1 Corinthians 10:13, which says you won't be tempted more than you can handle. If we look at the Bible for example, first one, best example of something more maybe you can handle is Jesus. I mean, he was crucified. He was tortured, persecuted all through his life. Then he was crucified. But people say, well, Jesus is God, and he's the exception. Well, okay. I don't think so, but let's just say he is exception. Who else could we look at and see if God gave them more than they can handle? The disciples. And aren't we all Christians supposed to be disciples? Let's see. John was boiled in oil. I bet he was thinking, God, this is a little bit more than I can handle. Peter was crucified upside down. Was it Matthew? Now, I may be wrong on this. Matthew pulled apart by horses or something like that. Paul was crucified. Stephen was stoned to death. And how many martyrs down through history have been killed or beheaded and all this other stuff? So you see, the Bible doesn't say God won't give us more than we can handle. And that's not right to tell people that. Because then when they're in their deepest, darkest despair, and people tell you, oh, I used to just, it took everything I could to hold my tongue when I'd be going through a rough patch of my life, and God goes, so, I mean, not God, but somebody would go, God won't give you more than you can handle. That's what I want to give you. See if you can handle that. But I wouldn't, because I'm a Christian. And I knew they meant well, you know. So, stop saying that. If you've said that, now you know you're wrong. Stop saying that. There's so many other things that can really help. So, that just grinds my gears. When a non-believer or someone on the fence says, well, I've heard Christians say this. Well, I don't follow the Bible because it's just a book written by men. Okay, have you read enough of the Bible to see who was guiding these men to write this? It is true, each of the writers of the Bible, they have their own style like any writer. If you read enough books by a certain person, Louis L'Amour, I can't think of them now. I want to say Stephen King, but he's back. But if you read a book by a certain author, then you get their style of writing. And there may be 3 or 4 people writing about the same thing, and they have a different style, and that's all the Bible is. The Bible is inspired by the Holy Spirit. These men sat down under the Holy Spirit and wrote what they were told to, basically. So, yes, maybe men did physically write the book, but they were inspired by the Holy Spirit. Another one that gets me is you should only read the King James Version. You read any other version, you're sinning and you're going to hell. Where does that say that in the Bible? Oh, I know, right there at the end of Revelation. But you know what? The King James Version is a translation. King James had it translated from, go with me here, what, the Greek and the Hebrew? So I guess unless you're going and reading the original Greek and Hebrew text, the scrolls, then if you read the King James, then you're just as guilty what you accuse everybody else of. I read the King James now, but for years I read the easy read version because I could understand it, and now I'm just curious. I like to go back over it and read the King James. There are some versions I think leave a lot out, especially if you read the King James and you compare, you know, New International Version, that Messenger, a lot of, they leave some of the important stuff out, but hey, that's, you read those versions, good for you, at least you're reading, and that's what you should do. So, okay, now let's get on to some of the verses, or the sayings. Money is the root of all evil. Bible says that money is the root of all evil. Doesn't say that any place. It says the love of money. 1 Timothy 6:10 says the love of money is the root of all evil. Kind of right there with God will not put more on you than you can handle is this too shall pass. Now I've been guilty of me saying that. The Bible actually says in 2 Corinthians 4:16-17, for which cause we faint not. No. For which, I can't read my writing. I need to type this out, but I don't have a printer here. For which cause we faint, no. Just read 2 Corinthians 4:16-17. But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. I butchered that, and I apologize. But like I said, go read. And if you're, need a version, I like the easy read version. 2 Corinthians, go to Bible Gateway and look up easy read version and 2 Corinthians 4:16-17. I think that's where a lot of people get, this too shall pass. Okay, I'm sorry. I butchered 2 Corinthians 4, chapter 4, verses 16-17 so bad in the King James Version that I wrote down. I went and looked it up in the easy to read version, and I hope this will help you. This is where people, I think, a lot of times get, this too shall pass. And it says, that is why we never give up. Our physical body is becoming older and weaker, but our spirit inside us is made new every day. And verse 17 says, we have small troubles for a while now, but these troubles are helping us gain an eternal glory. That eternal glory is much greater than our troubles. So I think that's where people get, this too shall pass. Really in verse 17 where it says we have small troubles for a while now. So if you go around telling people this too shall pass, stop it. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Please show me where it says that in the Bible. Show me where it says cleanliness is. Well, no, this verse here, it kind of says that. No. If you're going to quote, the Bible says cleanliness is next to godliness. Where does it say that? God helps those who help themselves. Okay, this is another one of those common sense ones right up there where God will not give you more than you handle. If we look in the Bible, I see God helping orphans and widows and people like that a lot. And teaching others to help. The truth is, if we could help ourselves, we wouldn't need God, now would we? Wouldn't need Him. Sure, there's a lot we can do ourselves. He gives us that ability. He gives us skills, abilities, and talents. But if we could help ourselves out of every situation, we wouldn't need God, now would we? Think about it. One of my other ones that really gets me. We're not supposed to judge others. Do not judge, lest ye be judged. It does say that, Matthew 7:1. Judge not, lest ye be judged. It says that. But here's the thing with a lot of Christian sayings. They don't go on and read the next verse. What's Matthew 7:2 say? Okay, if you're going to judge, basically, I'm paraphrasing here. If you're going to judge somebody, be careful how you judge them, because God will judge your life the same way that you judge somebody else. If you read in, Paul specifically tells us we're supposed to go. Someone's doing something wrong, we're supposed to go tell them, hey, don't do that, man. Dude, that's not cool. So, and Christians have a way of just picking one little verse. Judge not lest ye be judged. Keep on reading. Read me the rest of that chapter. So, yeah, there again, Front Porch Friday. This ain't political or religious channel, but I've told you from the very first Front Porch Friday that sometimes I'm going to rant on stuff that I want to rant about. It's my channel. So that's some of the ones that just drive me crazy. I seen somebody on one of the YouTube videos. Somebody was going through a hard time, and someone said, "The Bible says God will not give you more than you can handle." No, it doesn't. I want to go. No, it doesn't. Stop saying that. But I did. So, what are some sayings that you've heard other people say, or that they claim is in the Bible? There's a lot more. But these are just about the 7 or 8 that really grind my gears. I don't know how many were there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8. That just really grinds my gears. So, I hope you had a great week. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Go to church Sunday if it's open. If not, several of ours are open. Some of them are still having online thing, which is fine. Yeah. There, I feel better. Got that off my chest, and praise God. So we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, I'm out of here.